folks, welcome back for more Let's Play the Stationeers. So, today we're going to continue our project with the materials processing facility. Off screen I've done a little mining, mined a full belt of copper and a full belt of oxide. And I also did a replant in the greenhouse, and it took some time to can up some tomatoes. Using this packaging machine can be a little confusing, and if you mess up the recipe, it will remove the items. You'll lose them. So I thought maybe I'd take a moment and give you a quick rundown on how to use this. Let's get us a can. That right there for now. So to start with, you have to cook the, in this case, tomatoes. And you can only do them one at a time. Now for the canned tomatoes, the tomato soup, it takes 5 cooked tomatoes. Alright, we got our tomatoes. Got our can. Everything goes in the top. Close it. Turn it on. And it's good to go. And again, if you put the wrong mix in, you can't remove them, so you lose what's in the machine. So, with that out of the way, let's top up. And suit up. So today we're going to be expanding the materials processing facility to add a recycling option. Here's our parts. We have 20 steel frames, 59 steel sheets, 38 plastic sheets, 4 glass sheets, 2 floor gratings, 18 flat wall kits, 8 wall kits in black, and 8 in white. I've also got a full stack of cable here, plus another full stack in my inventory. A sorter, the recycler, a centrifuge, another active vent painted red, a console kit, a switch, which is also painted red, 7 logic I/O chips, a sensor kit, 21 insulated pipes already in our hot waste purple, 80 chutes, and an SDB silo kit. Another thing I did off camera was I recovered the iron ingot that had slipped under that locker, and I fixed the extra logic I/O chip here. I removed this one, used this one as the pressure reader, and changed one for the activate button to simply read from the button instead of a logic reader. So to start this project, let's go ahead and get the foundation in. There we go. And we're going to do this similar to that Dropbox, but this is for anything going into the recycler. Open that back up so we can work in there. Let's go ahead and get our equipment in place. I think we'll go ahead and start some wiring here before this gets too obscured. Alright, that's got those tied in. We need to bring some power out here because we're going to have some electronics here too. Let's go ahead and open up some other areas. So when you recycle something that contains gases, those are released by the recycler. So similar to the arc furnace, we're going to have a vent over here that's going to suck up anything that's released. And we're going to tie it into the hot waste line because we don't know what might be released by the recycler, and that's the safest place to put it. remember to set this inward. And let's go ahead and wire that in. Right. Check our naming. Should be good. But I'll pull that out for now, just in case. Go ahead and put the rest of these frames in, though.
Jetpack on.
So the recycler outputs reagent, mixed ores and materials. The centrifuge will separate those into useful ore, which we can then smelt to regain those materials. However, if it's an alloy, it can't separate those, and they come out of the centrifuge still in the form of reagent mix. So what we're going to do is we're going to send the ore over here, and the reagent mix we're going to retain in another silo. That means that I need to rearrange this one a bit.
Jetpack on.
This is where the ore will join this chute network.
Jetpack on.
And we've got our sorter to split these up.
Jetpack on.
Now, that looks a bit odd, sort of semi-floating in the air, but it's going to be enclosed, so cosmetically we're not too worried about it. However, when we whitelist this, we're going to whitelist reagent mix, which means it's going to come out of the right side of this. And that means we need to cross these over. let's go ahead and get that silo in place so we know where we're going to. Well, before we do that, it'll be easier to get the output from that silo in place. And again, for now, we're just going to dump these right back into the room if we open that silo.
Jetpack on.
Okay. Turn that on, because that's going to be hard to reach afterwards.
Jetpack on. Jetpack
Get this sorter wired in. And I think that's the last of the chutes that we need. Let's go ahead and set up that sorter. go. Reagent mix. Theory that should be set up. So we're gonna have a couple of different systems here. Let's get the gas evacuation system set up first. It's just going to be a logic reader and a logic writer.
Jetpack on. Hydration critical.
Okay, so we read the pressure from this, and then we write that value with this to the vent. That should be set up. We can test that later. So for now, I'll go have a sip, and when we come back, we'll set up the rest of the electronics. Okay, let's get this other hardware set up. First couple of things is we want power switches for this equipment. We're also going to have a counter. This is going to display how much reagent mix, or how many instances of reagent mix have been put into the silo. This lever will be used to open and close that so we can take the reagent mix out of the silo and process it later on. There's a logic reader that will read the counts that a logic writer that will write that count here, and a logic writer that will write the value of the switch to the silo's open mechanic.
Jetpack on.
let's wire these up.
Jetpack on.
That should have everything tied in. So this is the power switch for the centrifuge. Good. For the recycler. Alright, so this chip will read the count on this silo. This will write that count from this chip to this display.
Jetpack on.
And this will write the state of that lever to the silo. Yeah, works nice. So, got a few cosmetic things to do. Grab our walls. And these pesky floor grates.
Jetpack on.
Alright, let's see if we can get these done. Frames down again. looks alright.
Jetpack on. Jetpack on. Jetpack on.
Oh, that is not the pattern I want. Nope. There it is. There we go. Missing some panels. How did I manage that? I've actually done this build twice. Preparing for this. Get some more steel sheets. Okay, back with what I hope is enough steel sheets.
Jetpack on.
There we go. I believe that's got everything put together. Test this out. This thing and that We know these filters are just iron.
Jetpack on.
Now, recycling gets you 50% back. So, recycling one of these filters will only get you 1.5, and you don't get that half. But if I recycle 2, I believe I'll get 2 back. Or maybe 3. Not sure. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna take this old canister here, and we're gonna put some X in it, also known as pollutant. Currently, this system has 21 moles of pollutant, 46%. And test our ventilation system. Working. That canister is only made of iron, so should be some iron coming through. Nice. Let's see how much X is in this system now. 23 moles, 48%. So yes, that is working. A couple of these should produce a couple iron. There. 5 iron. Alright. Now this drill, it's made with electrum in addition to iron and copper. The electrum being an alloy means it's not going to come through here. There's our copper and our iron. And we see we have 1 entry in our silo. We release it. We get a reagent mix. That's 2 pieces of reagent mix. This is the electrum that it couldn't separate out with the centrifuge. But for now, we'll go ahead and run it back through the system. Pop that old drill in there too. So there we go. That's recycling sorted. Now, chutes are a little buggy. There's a lot of chutes in this building. Recycling system is a little odd too. Sometimes it retains tiny amounts of material for some reason. Things are not entirely right with the recycling and centrifuge. But until future updates where that's cleaned up, they do work. And for now, it'll suit our needs. So I think that's pretty much got this project in the bag. Soon we're gonna have to figure out our storage system, where we're gonna store ingots, where we're gonna store things we can't smelt, and the reagent. How we're going to handle that. Still haven't quite worked out what I want to do with that. Maybe something using vending machines, maybe something using silos. But for now, let's get this part of the building finished. I think this section back here is going to be an automated advanced furnace, but I don't know when we'll get to that. In the near future, I think we may start recycling the Tater Palace and bringing these gases back into this system. But for now, I think that'll do it for this one. I appreciate everybody that's stopped in and given a watch. I hope you don't mind a shorter episode for once. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.